We are now joined by the away team coach, Coach Jose Riveiro from Orlando Pirates. Like I said, away in this fixture at the Peter Mokaba Stadium. It's the first fixture of the weekend in the quarterfinals of the Nedbank Cup. Coach, maybe just opening remarks, your thoughts heading into the fixture against Dondol Stars FC. And it's an opportunity, to progress and maybe make the semi-finals of the competition.
Yes, good afternoon. Yeah, as you said, it's a great opportunity for us to continue progressing in the tournament. Yeah, it's a special competition, and that also increase motivation around the team and preparing ourselves as usually as good as possible, and really looking for the kickoff on Saturday.
Okay, can we take questions now from the floor, just by a show of hands? If any, we've got one hand here, Benjamin Nyirenda. Thank you, Coach, for those opening remarks.
Coach, this is the second cup that you're competing in after having won the MTN 8. Does this put any pressure on you that since the league is gone and you may finish as high as only second position, does it give you pressure to say, let us win a second trophy?
No. I think you are introducing the pressure like something negative or something extra in our job, when it's always there. We are looking for results. It's a competition. There's an opponent in front who wants to take the same you want. So the pressure is always there, but it's not negative. Imagine if I say that we go into the game without any pressure. I'm gonna look arrogant or relaxed, and it's not the case. We are 100% concentrate in the task. We know it's gonna be complicated. We have experience already in the Nedbank to deal with teams from a lower league, and how difficult it is to get the result in 90 minutes that allow you to continue in the tournament. So I don't have to say how difficult it's gonna be, because we all know. So there's no extra pressure. The pressure is always there, and I said many times in these occasions that working for clubs like Orlando Pirates, it's always the expectations about us are high, and everybody expects us to be in the next round. So for all of you, we already won that game, so there's nothing that we will get more than the result, and that's the difficult part of being in the big clubs, that you start the games already winning from your perspective, and that makes the task even much more difficult. But there's no extra pressure. It's the same pressure as usually. We have to go there and win and play a good game, and that's the idea, that's the intention.
Okay, I'm looking for more hands. I see one there at the back. Do you wanna? Okay. Lawrence, let's maybe just give Tamba an opportunity since he's already here.
Oh, all right. Khama Billiat, Joseph from Sports. Coach, I'm looking at the venue that you play at. It's always been Pirates' happy hunting ground. How much of that works in your favor as a coach, knowing that the stadium that you're going to, the club has always done well there?
No, not much. In my personal opinion, I hope players feel comfortable wherever we play. We have been playing now a decent, a good time away games in PSL, having good performances, and very good results. So we just want to continue. We are in a good moment. I think we are going through this competition in a good moment for us. It's coming in a good moment, and we need to capitalize that momentum in our favor. Not thinking so much who is in front of us. We want to go all the way. Like I said, when we start here, the first press conference before the tournament start, and what we are getting in front is one more obstacle, and we don't think so much in which division are they playing and in which venue are we going to play. We just want to go to the game and overcome the next obstacle and make sure that we can see ourselves in the next round.
Okay, where's the mic? Okay.
Jabulani, Alex FM. Coach Jose, let's talk about the Orlando Pirates' final third entry decision making. When you look at the Nedbank Cup, I mean, you have created quite a lot of opportunities, but some of them you couldn't utilize them. And you're playing against a side which is Dondol Stars. When you look at them, I think they've conceded 1 goal, if I'm not mistaken. I stand to be corrected. So, in terms of creating opportunities and scoring them against Dondol Stars, how prepared are you? Have you fixed some of those blunders that you did in the past? I thank you.
Well, if we speak about the present, about the recent games, let's say, I'm not a big fan of the. I'm not a big. Well, I'm not gonna say. It's gonna be a headline if I say that.
Say it, coach. Say it. One headline.
No.
One Nedbank Cup tomorrow on the headline.
I'm getting relaxed. No, I mean, I read somewhere that we are the team who scored the most in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure about this, but I don't think that it's our main problem so far, or in this moment. The way we capitalize our offensive phase. So I'm concerned about everything around the game and around the team as usually, because we are always looking for improvement. It's our task every week. But we are in a good moment. There's coming contribution in the scoring department from players who were not scoring recently, so that makes us even more confident and more happy. And yeah, our intention is to. I think our obligation is also to make sure that we play a game that is a great game to be seen for the people who's going to pay attention on us on the weekend, and that means that we have to go as much as possible to the goal and create chances and hopefully capitalize as much as possible. But we're going to find a difficult team in front of us. And it's going to make it difficult, but we are confident one more time.
Okay, Lorenz. Coach. There was another hand, someone said Otsepo.
Coach, Lorenz here, obviously, guys. I think it's 9 wins out of 11, and the only 2 games that you guys have lost was Chiefs and Sundowns. But obviously, do you think you guys are peaking at the right time of the season? Obviously, with this long run of wins now.
Yes, it's obvious. It's not only about the results. I think what we are expressing on the field recently, how competitive we are in this moment, what the players express during the week, the atmosphere, everything tells you that we are in a good space right now, and yeah, the figures are excellent, but I will take also what the team is expressing. Let's say it's not. Sometimes you get the results, but there's only the result. You know, if you don't get the result, there's nothing else, and that's what we try to avoid. We try always to make sure that we put the attention also in some other things, like continue improving our progression. Make sure that we get the result through our identity, what we try to express as a collective, and in that sense I'm a happy coach. And obviously, I'm very happy with the last results. We just, like I said before, we want to. I think, and we think that these last stages of the competition, Nedbank is coming in a good moment for us, and that's what we want to do on Saturday, to show that we really want to go all the way, because in this type of games, if you don't really want, you are not going. That's my opinion. It doesn't matter if the opponent in front of you is a first, second, third division team. It's about ambition, it's about wanting to see yourself in the next round, and yeah, the moment tells us that we are ready.
Tsepo?
Thanks. Hi, Coach. Looking at teams like Dondol Stars, playing against them, how important is it, especially in the first half, to get an 8 goal? And second, in terms of level of getting goals, how important is it when you play against such teams to quickly get on the score sheet? Thanks.
Well, that's the ideal scenario. Obvious, I think. Going again to the numbers, to the figures, if I'm not mistaken, in every game that we score, we won, unless Cape Town, if I'm not mistaken. So for us, it's very important to get the lead. We are a very confident team when we are leading the games. It's not easy to score against Pirates, so it's a big advantage for us. So obviously, the ideal scenario is to go to the halftime with a good advantage. It's an emotional game. If the opponent feels that what they prepare, what they were planning during weeks is working at the halftime, the hope is going to be there, and that's an important thing that we need to show from the beginning, that we are not going to allow them to, let's say. But again, it's easy to sit down here and talk, but then the games are complicated, and I'm sure there's going to be moments for both teams. As usually, we felt very confident against Venda, but suddenly we found ourselves playing an extra time, and we have to be prepared for every scenario. You don't know what can happen early in the game for both teams, and can be a big condition for the rest of the game. So we are, like I said, we are not thinking that it's going to be a piece of cake, because there's proofs in some other clubs, teams, that it was not a piece of cake, and we are prepared for, do a serious job there.
Okay, last round of questions. I will start with, I think it's in Pendulo there. I've noted Kamu, Veline. If you've got enough time at the end, you'll also get a chance, inshallah.
Coach, can you just tell the freelance coach? Coach, I know there's a room for improvement, and you've mentioned, I think, 3 times now that this tie comes, the club is in a good run of form. Do you think that since arriving at Orlando Pirates, the players have now gelled completely to how you want them to play, and to the level that you want them to play, and how they approach the games with the winning mentality? Thank you.
It's a logic thing. Going through, this is our week number 42 together, so it's a huge amount of training sessions and games and disappointments and celebrations and a lot of things together. So we getting, that's the intention, that we're getting better week after week. The potential of the squad is it's massive, so it's our mandate to make them look and feel better week after week one more time. But I think we managed to compete well early in the season. That's why we got a trophy in the first stage of our season. We have also difficult moments during the season. That's why we are not fighting for the PSL title as well. And now we found ourselves again in a good moment of confidence. Let me say, I think we playing pretty much the same that we played also when we got a couple of draws and defeats. We are not that far from that moment, trust me. But now the ball is going to the net and everything looks much better, and we feel we are all, much more, let's say, good looking. But you know, it's a game, and sometimes the opponent is better than you as well, and we have to respect that. But yeah, the progression, and like I said, I'm not only thinking about what the results are telling. I try to go much more deep. It's my obligation as well, and we getting right. We are, I think, much better team than months ago.
Okay, quick one, Khama.
Buenos días, coach.
Buenos días.
Coach, looking at the game against Venda Football Academy, are there lessons learned from that game because they made you to sweat for that results? So are there lessons learned from that game going into this encounter against Dondol?
In that case, I think we played a good game early in the first half. Not giving them so much possibilities to dream about. We got the lead, we got the advantage. We have, I think those are moments in that games when you get the lead that you have to be a bit more aggressive after that. The minutes after getting the lead, in my opinion, are crucial, and we need to improve in that moments that we are not waiting for the second goal, and we are really going to get the second goal. And then in the second half, we got a bit nervous in that game after the Venda score, and probably is the moments that we need to manage a bit better. But I think, again, it was recently, but it was in a different moment of the team. I think that in this moment we are much more solid and confident. So we need to learn from every experience that we have together. It's not a discussion, and I think, like I said, we went through 2 very difficult games in this competition against All Stars. We managed to get the lead, if I'm not mistaken, after 60-65 minutes, close to go to the penalties against All Stars. So I don't think that anybody in the club, in the team, around the team, is thinking that this is going to be an easy game, and that's the thing that are going to make us very strong on Saturday.
Yes, thank you, Coach. Coach, a disclaimer, I know that you don't like...
No. Feel free.
Or discussing individual players, but when you signed China, he came more, I think you were a goalkeeping crisis at the time. He was coming more as a cover, and in fact, even where he was not a first choice. And I look at what you've done previously with Saleh earlier in the season, now Zuka Manja as well, and just the amount of work, especially in this case, even the goalkeeping coaching the department has done on China. And I'm looking at, I think, the last 3 matches, clean sheets, and I understand that he even came close for consideration in the national team as well. Just how he's been in terms of transforming him when he arrived and to what he is today.
As you said before, I don't really like to put the focus in the individuals, especially before an important game for us. We are just... Usually when the collective is doing well, you will find always people who is performing that in a very high level. Otherwise, it's difficult to get good results and good performances as a collective. I don't know if I express myself good enough here, and that's the consequence. We really trust and believe in the training process. Like I said many times, I'm no one without my coaching staff. I have a super good coaching staff around. They are doing a fantastic job in every department, and we are there just to help the players to be better, to look better, and to win games. And all the credit for them to pay attention on the details, because if they are part of Orlando Pirates squad, is because they are quality players. Otherwise, they are not going to make it to be there. And then it's about small things, small details in the day work that makes them improve and get a different dimension as an individuals. And in this case that you mentioned before, is a guy who's really putting everything in order to make it. It's not by chance, I have to say. In this case, it's not just a, lucky, moment. It's not by chance. He's doing everything to be there, to perform, to be in the level that you are required to be in the Pirates squad and Pirates Star 11, and we're happy to see our individuals shining, and this little by little more individuals are coming to the party as well, and we get a benefit as a collective, and it makes me look even better coach. It's it is what it is. This is a game, and we like I said before, we look much better when we are winning games, all of us.
Okay, quick one, Mihlali, and that will be the last one.
Coach, Mihlali Valero from the Star newspaper. Coach, earlier this year, we saw Napolitano coming up with most wins, the match-winning goals. But with some time, the introduction of Tim Koslodge, him being match fit and coming in as well, it has been taken pressure off him. Maybe in a collective group, how important is it to have a player such as Tim Koslodge, what it brings into the game and into the group as well?
It's a collective sport. It's important that everybody understand the different roles that we are giving to the players in our structure, in every game plan. I'm really happy to be part of the group, to have the opportunity to work with such a quality players, versatile players as well, ready to modify their roles in the game, sometimes to sacrifice things as well. And that's the important thing, that everybody understands that when the collective is shining, they're gonna look, again, better players, better coaches. And we are in that stage, so we really want to have all of our quality players ready to perform. We're glad that because he made it to be part of the group in the last part of the season, and he's been very important for all of us, like every other player before. And I think we managed through the season to be competitive. It doesn't matter who was available for selection. I think Pirates was a competitive team through the season, and yeah, fortunately now we are in a good moment also in terms of injuries, and we have not all, but most of our players ready to perform.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach. We'll
Thank you.
Here. All the best for Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.